Hey there team, so jumping back on it into turn 6 of the Enedwaith Narrative Campaign here. I am a little bit in the toilet in terms of my money, but that should stabilise a little bit. As for Camran, he actually got a lot more of his men back than I expected, but I still don't know if he's fit and ready to move on up to the province here, as I can't quite remember if it's the land of the Caladair, though. Just across the Gwathlo there. Yeah, just took me a second to remember the name. Oh, shoot! Alfred's in. I guess they're not too happy with the amount of taxation that that we're putting them through. So we will put a stop to that right now, and get that sorted. Isengard, of course, moving down in the south. That's definitely not what Heorot wants to see. You know, that's land that he wanted to push for. Instead, of course, we're pushing east, and we're focusing so much of our attention on the forests of Erenborn. Damn, ouch. That's really not what you want to see. So let's switch that to growth policy. Just get people, you know, happy. Again, that's a real shame. Unfortunate that, but Kingdom of Gondor, balance of power is still the highest overall. Militarily, they are the strongest. Financially, the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm are usually, but then production and population is Mordor, which is quite spooky. 14% of the overall population live in Mordor, which is not, yeah, that's not absolute madness, I don't think. Well, I guess the Khan is pretty populous and they own a lot of territory, but either way, yep, still just waiting there. We're not going to be trucking on into that territory yet. Damn, I'm really just wondering here, do I want to push on? If I'm pushing on, I'm pushing on with everybody, which they just, even on low taxes growth? No, I'm not fond of that idea. Damn, I don't know if I've got the stuff to get that done right now. What we're going to do is we're going to send you and you, we're going to send you back to Dol Vorn, because I don't see that getting any development in the near future, unfortunately. So he's just going to be waiting there and not being paid for, really. What I'd love to do here is, of course, get Heorot into that fort, but then we'd lose out on his acumen, which is his sort of ability to rule over Karas, and he, of course, wants to be with his people too. He doesn't want to be in a fort way outside of his main settlement. That's insanity. So no. Once again, ending that turn. As I say, this campaign will be a mixture of kind of a lot of ending turns, I suspect, and then just sort of intense violence with moments of that here and there. Oh, jeebers. Very experienced general heading to the southwest. I always think it's quite risky when Isengard sends so much of their potential down to secure this territory. I get why they do it. They need to secure that land. But they are needing that stuff there with Rohan. Anyway, Lord Tremak here has a chance for adoption. Now, I will not be taking this. One of the sort of rules that I'll be going for, I don't really want to have too many more well, actually, no, that's true. No, but yeah, and because it's from Tremak as well, that's the problem. So, respects the enemy, interesting. Goodness me. But no, what, I'll talk about that in a moment. My reason for not sort of grabbing generals left and right is, of course, one, a monetary concern, but two, for me to accept a general, there's going to have to be a very sort of lower friendly reason for that general to be approaching me. And right now, I just cannot, I don't have a lower reason for Heorot to be grabbing a general. But yes, the annual clan moot, once again, has ended. An orc. So we're not, you know, this is not like many human areas where an orc is immediately going to be killed. You know, it's an orc is showing ill will is definitely going to be killed. But yeah, an orc gave us a message from the wizard known as Saruman, who we, as I say, we are not a fan of. He extends his welcome and wishes for us to join him. He promises us the lands of Gondor and the west march of Rohan. He says, he will reward us with gold and trinkets. He has been amassing strong forces and is preparing to assault Rohan in time. Clan Caril said that the Dunlendings are approaching as well. Their chieftain reports that this is a message of who we are fighting for. If we refuse this offer, we will be an enemy in his eyes. Choose carefully, for Isengard is strong. As I say, this is a decline, really. We do not want to go to war with Gondor. We do not want to go to war with Rohan. Now, as I said in that one of the initial messages at the start of this campaign, you know, we've learned from the people around us. And there's definitely although we are very prideful in our own strength, in our own abilities, and we are, you know, we are very happy to be the people of Enedwaith, that does not mean that we are unaware of the strength of those around us. As I say, the Rohirrim are incredible in our eyes. You know, they are untouchable on the open fields with their cavalry. So the idea of going to war with them is insane to us at this time. And even if we were somewhat supportive of the idea, it's just not something we would do. End of turn report again. I'm losing money, which is a shame. Mission failed. Said that at the start. And the Dunlendings, of course, everybody doesn't like us. But we didn't like them anyway. Keep on moving up there. Try to save us some money. Damn, yeah. We'd love to just get something built there, but we just can't get it done. And Dunlending Diplomat just watching over us right now. They should lurch out. And yeah, I think we'll just do that battle now. So they've got to sally out. They're out of options. So we will be ready to meet them. And I am always looking forward to just eyeing up what's going on in the world with when we do take off Fog of War, see what's going on. And of course the hope is just that Bree does not end up snagging that province in the northeast, or northeast of Camran anyway. So this is them lurching out. We will definitely be fighting this battle because I do enjoy when the enemy sallies out. It's quite a lot of fun to just catch them. Oh, that's a pretty cool little fortress. Is that looks sort of, what is that, Carn Dûn that they're going for there? I couldn't really say. Sort of looks dwarven in some aesthetics, so it makes me think it's maybe Gundabad. Oh, sorry, I am going to be pausing it like a, you know, scoundrel, just to give these initial orders. Get you, and you. Oh, crumbs. Drop your stuff. Good. Get you, and you, and you're being the main line. Get running up there. Get Grey Flood Raider. Sorry, either actually, yeah, no, Grey Flood Raider either side. Get Fosca behind the main line, and we will get you pulling the far right there. And then if you want to just run up there, turn that off, and I think we are good then. So everybody's going to be running into position, and we kind of want to just bottle them up there. We could fall back and let them come out and have this be sort of an open field battle, but we really kind of want to grab them as quickly as we can. Damn, those River Elders are booking it out there. I really do like the River Elders as a unit. I think aesthetically they're one of my favourite looking units that in the Enedwaith roster. I just love their shields. Yeah, just love the sort of capes and the sort of the fur collars on the capes and so on. And as well, they're a javelin unit that can kind of look after themselves, which is something I really do approve of. We will be getting you jumped on in right away. You guys, don't worry too much about. Yeah, actually, you just unload right away into the River Elders, please. Because these guys will really just come flying on out. Fall back there, please. And everybody else just open up. They're going right into the River Elders. Actually, yeah, get the Moot Keepers stuck in there. Get these guys stuck in here. I don't usually use my battle map like this when I'm, you know, playing, but I don't really use the battle map too much, to be honest, when I'm playing. So I might as well do that just for the sake of the visuals of it there for everybody. I think it does look quite nice. Come around the back there, please. What we got? Oh, Grey Flood Raiders. Just no. You're generally just going into the main bulk of the force. As tempting as that is, just go into the guys that are right in front of you, please. Fosca, keep on rattling into that with your Guardians. flank around the side. River Swordsman. So River Swordsman, I'm going to be trying my best to get some, like, kind of upgraded River Swordsman, like, quite leveled up, because they are a unit that I'm going to be using throughout. The clans, the basic sort of clansmen of Enedwaith, I'm going to be trying to get rid of them as quickly as possible. But I just want to get myself a solid sort of midline that is not, I know it's not going to be doing me very much good, but it's at least going to be competent at holding back something. And especially if I get a few leveled up and developed River Swordsmen and River Spearmen, then they should be able to do something. These guys, the Grief Flood Raiders as well too. They're just a gorgeous unit. I love the sort of body paints and so on. It's really cool to me. River Elders getting absolutely eviscerated from behind. Give them one more volley, please, and then actually no, just get stuck in the melee. You'll if you they gave them one more volley and it went okay. Actually, I was just worried about friendly fire. That's them almost out of ammunition anyway. But yeah, just get jumped on in. Hammer some more stuff, please. Guys, come on! I told you to throw. Foska's actually out. Foska, just wait though. No need to be exposing you to unnecessary harm. As I say, that's kind of the risky thing about. Oh, cheaper sake! Yeah, of course, because he's a Dunlending looking general, so he does look a bit different than the previous generals we've been seeing, the previous captains that we've been fighting. Good, mincing these guys quite nicely, and it is just. As I say, this is really what I'm wanting to do, but just on the battlefield scale, just really meld the army up together a bit and just eviscerate them like that. Get the last of the Guardian volleys in there. Oh, they're breaking. I like that noise. So that's them busted. And there's not too many of them left. Let's just flood on forward now then. Everything we've got, all the swordsmen, all the melee fighters anyway. Foska getting stuck on in there too. And everything just run toward the centre. Overwhelm anything they've got. Stop firing now because you'll probably get more friendly fire than anything else. Nice. Yeah, everything will be destroyed. So good. What was racking up a lot of kills there? You can see, yeah. So the Grief Flood Raiders there, and the Guardians of Enedwaith, they had used up all of their ammunition there. Now, of course, the great thing about the Guardians of Enedwaith, I'm pretty sure their javelin is armor piercing, so it is going to be a more effective when it comes to the higher quality men. You know, when you're throwing these javelins at just men of Enedwaith and men of Dunland, you really don't get too much benefit out of the fact that you have armor piercing. It really just doesn't do much for you. But yeah, whereas in the later stages, the Grief Flood Raiders and such, these sort of lower quality javelins just won't be able to cut it, and I will need to choose elsewhere. Heorot is now ours once again. We will occupy that settlement, and we actually lose money when we take it. Now, good. So this is exactly the thing I was talking about there. This is kind of a lower friendly time for me to recruit someone. Oh, wow. Thank you very much, Council. Yeah, great. It's a very sort of lower friendly time for me to recruit someone. We have just come into Heorot, and as I say, when Tremak arrives in an area, when he arrives in a location, he does so with the intention to sort of present himself as like, I guess, much more of a liberator of sorts. He doesn't. That's a bit high and mighty, but he's very much coming to accept people into his family. And if you are very willing right off the bat, then of course that will benefit you. So Tremak comes in and immediately gathers survivors, gathers those that have prisoners and such, and sort of wants to speak to them, wants to sort of see who is a possible ally here. So Corial, obviously he was one of the people that was defending. He was fighting just sort of moments ago, but Tremak has been able to sway him to the cause, which is very good. And he will be, this is his location, so he will be holding this location for us. I think, to be honest, I need to take everybody though. So he will be staying behind. Hi, little cat. She won't be able to be heard now that I've changed the noise level, which is good because it cuts out my laptop fan. but it has also got the added benefit or added downside that you can no longer hear my cats yelling from behind me. So Tremak is going to be heading on back, and that is going to leave Coriol alone in there. Now, I really do need to make a bit of money, because I need to start building some meeting huts in these locations. And I think I am still losing money, am I? We'll take away some unit. Actually, we'll just do that next turn. I won't worry about it right now. Now, what I am worrying about... No, Kaladir is still controlled by rebels. I thought it changed colour, but I was just seeing the riverbank. That's what I was noticing, so that's fine. If you get there, you'll be saving us a bit of money too. So that's another few hundred that we should be making, and that'll be fine. Now the plan is the only other place on the eastern shore that we really want to grab is Laundair. And but Laundair is quite well defended. It is one of the it's a very sort of solid stone wall that surrounds it, something that we do not really have the ability to make. Now this might be an offer from Isengard for trade. No, sorry. As I say, I could be making a good bit more money if I was accepting these trade deals, and Dunlendings, they were actually standing next to my territory, which was a bit cheeky. But yeah, Laundair, as much as we want to take it, as much as we want to secure it, we do not really have the ability to do that, or at least Tremak does not believe that he has the ability to do that right now. We actually made some money. Actually, ooh, crumbs. What did we... Oh, what was this? What was the expenditure? Is somewhere building something that I'm not sure of? Surely not. Nope, nope. 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 Weird. Well, hostilities cease between Oh! That's weird. I guess people do make peace sometimes. It's nothing to do with the Astari, I don't think. Because we do get told about that, and I don't think that happens so soon. But yeah, no, okay, cool. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Foska's going to be heading on back, as I say, to Barad Ven. And that is good. That'll save us a bit of money. A few of these guys. Let's just grab you three. Step one into that fort. Actually, 4 people can be free inside of a fort, can't they? So let's take you two and do that. And Tremak, head on back. Keep the taxes nice and low for a turn, and we're just going to be settling for a minute. Make some money, kind of organize our new holdings, and build these meeting huts. And as I say, this is kind of arguably the downside of Tremak's ideology of slow and steady, in that, you know, we really need to be making the most of our kind of early game advantage. We need to be grabbing this territory as quickly as we can. It doesn't matter if we go into debt a little bit, it's just the way it's got to be. But Tremak is much more along the mindset of like, no, just we've got time, you know, and we need. Well, it's not so much that we've got time; it's that we need to take our time, and we need to do this slowly, or we won't be able to do it at all. Good. Erdrex managed to hang out with some farmers, and Heorot has a clan elder with him, so that's good. Recruitment, they've been retrained. Yep, that's fine and dandy. So we could actually do some retraining ourselves, but let's get a meeting hut constructed there, and a meeting hut constructed in Bregost. And that's our money gone. So we'll get Foska back into Barad Fen. And I think we'll probably just be doing another turn to gather a bit of funds before we think about moving on. When it comes to taking Laundair as well, I think Heorot is going to be drafted up for that. Now that the Dunlendings have kind of presented themselves as a very clear threat to the north, Tremak wants Foska there. He wants Foska there for his judgment. You know, Foska's... It's been a few years now, and Foska is a bit older, and he's of course fought, he's done that siege, and during that siege, of course, Tremak and Fosca were spending a lot of time together. Fosca was trying his best to learn everything he possibly could from Tremak, which has led to him learning a few extra skills. So he wants Fosca up there to be his mind as much as to defend it. So it appears they have nothing. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so there's nothing new that that the clan Moot has decided upon. They are content to just be idle for now, and building some more of these meeting huts. Of course, I really want a Garden of Tales. I really do. But at the same time, I want to start getting carpenters' huts, because the earlier we get that, the more benefit we get from it, which is really nice. Roads too, jeepers. Well, that's the thing. I don't like up here. He wouldn't want to build even sort of dirt paths. You know, the people here know how to get around. Why do we need roads? So it's that's something that he just would really want to be constructed. I think we've got to just start building some carpentry huts. Just sort of dotting them around, really, and that'll be good. As for you, can you get retrained? You personally can't. Let's get the Moot Keepers retrained though. It won't cost too much. No, and get this Spearman retrained too. That's dandy. Down here, no new movements. I'm surprised we've not gotten the notification of like Kairandros under attack or anything like that. We've not seen that come through yet. So Gondor's obviously doing all right. And now that Khand is kind of swept under the rug, now the thing is, are they still at war with Dol Amroth? Because if they no longer have to split their attention between Gondor and Dol Amroth, that might be a bit of a nuisance for Dol Amroth, and they might really struggle. Good, some nice money there. Meeting huts are constructed, that's good to see, and people have been retrained. So, what I probably should have done last turn actually is started to recruit a diplomat and a spy as well. Actually, no, hold fire on that. Herbalist, Garden of Tales, I think. Oh, no. I've kind of got this thing if I don't want to build something, and this is another thing with Tremak. He wants it to make it very clear that the focus is being spread equally. And part of that kind of means that he's not really going to line up buildings in different places. Like, if there's nothing building somewhere and there's something already building somewhere else, then he's got to kind of show that he's spreading his focus. And that everywhere in Enedwaith is receiving the same sort of care. Which is quite, it's something that is very important to him. Now, let's give one more turn just to build up a bit of funds, but what we're going to do after that is Cameron's going to grab what he's got here, just a bit of manpower from Brigost, and he's going to move on down to Saraliane, and he is going to be Saralan, and he is going to be meeting up with the forces from Alkfud led by Tremak, and together they will take on that position there, because you can cross the river without holding Londair. There is a river crossing down at that point. So I was wondering, I thought I heard a scratch, but no, it's just my cat stretching out and grabbing at my carpet. Once again, Wormtongue is trying to grab us some trade rights, but no, not getting it. Not having it, Saruman. We don't want any of your trinkets or your fancy doodads. To be honest, probably we're pretty superstitious people. So if we did engage in trade rights, we're probably, believing that Saruman is going to be like poisoning the. Oh, great Scott! Imladris is under siege. This could be a real nuisance. They will defend it. They will surely defend it. But that would be insane if Imladris ended up getting lost. Either way, well, it's nothing to do with us. Of course, gosh damn, bloomin' Urdrake would be really upset. Yeah, good. A lot of traits, a lot of retinue expand. Oh yes, of course, because we've got that diplomat, so he gets some stuff from that immediately. Now we can recruit 2 diplomats, and I think we will do so. But apart from that, I don't really want to spend any more of that money, because we're going to be marching our army out now. Switch to a growth build policy. We do not want to be rebelling again. How big is that force? It's not bad. That's not a bad force. Oh, damn, the swordsman. Crumbs. If you guys get back and start to... and you quickly sort of retrain, please. You can maybe catch up later. The great thing, you know, hey, this is medieval too. We can, we don't have to have our armies stuck together like this. And you as well, up here in Bregost, step outside. Switch to a growth build policy, please. And people is alright. It's not too bad. And now I think that Saralan is somewhere around here. Yeah, so we're going to be moving on down. Carefully, of course. As much as I want to build an armory, I really do, just to get some extra defensive garrison units up in Barad Ven. I just do not want to spend that money right now. No, what I do need, we've got a spy. Let's have the spy lead the way. Find Londair. Good. So Suduri is, of course, the capital of the Saralan clan, and Londair is where the Malfin clan have set up. And where do we want you? I think probably marching up this way, just to observe that situation. Diplomat, first diplomat is going to be going north, toward the northern Dunedain and Bree. As I say, it's Camran that has the issues with the northern Dunedain, but Tramac does not. Tramac, of course, may have issues with the past, of course, and the ways that the Dunedain or Dunedain, as it is sort of pronounced, as the way that they have treated the clansmen of this region, but we're not in any position right now to be just throwing away possible friends. Now, that's not to say we will ally with them. We've got no reason to ally with them. Their struggles are their own. You know, they're fighting up there against Angmar. That's, you know, we don't care about that. It's not our concern. But so allying with them would just bring us into unnecessary conflicts. Let's get the diplomat moving again. Get our fresh diplomat. Oh, I should probably find out a little bit about these guys. Fastseed and the emblem, of course. He's actually, wow, that's a lot of influence for you, my friend. He's calm, bilingual, respects other cultures. Well, that's good. Discreet. Yeah, wow, he's a pretty damn good diplomat, and he's young too. He's really young. Nice, well done, man. Then let's see our other diplomat. He's probably going to be horrendous. Oh god, yes. He's pretty bad. Let's see. He's a natural meditator, promising diplomat, persuasive. He's not culturally intolerant. That's what's hitting us. And persuasive. Okay, yeah. So oh well, that's why they're being sent. These two are just being sent to other sides of the blooming of Middle Earth, just so that they never have to interact with each other. So what? When it comes to teleporting diplomats, I've got no problem with people doing that. My situation with it is, and I will probably do that during this campaign, but I only want to do that. Oh, am I dumb? I'm really dumb. Wow, I'm the dumbest man alive, am I? Oh, I'm the dumbest man alive. It's okay. It's okay. These guys move on over. They're free inside there anyway, so that's okay. So, maximum stupidity there, man. That's solid. Good move, good move. Avoiding Londair. As I say, this is Saralan is our focus. Camran, it's a mixture of two things here. Camran would want to be part of that siege, and to be honest, I think we'll start setting siege. But yeah, he would want to be part of it, and also he's kind of needed there to limit casualties to the Tramac's force. In turn there, ooh, we're making a good bit of cash. Fosca, ooh, land surveyor, good. And that's the nice thing about leaving people in settlements. They do get better at running settlements. And the thing with it's not just like a normal faction where my generals are just being the governors of these regions. These are their tribes. They want to be with their tribes. That is, that's the big thing with it. What? No, I don't want to go on a tower building spree just yet. Not until we're a little bit. Well, hopefully we'll get another general. and then he can maybe go and do that. Get a master carpenter's hut, which would really reduce the cost of things. And as I say, this is another thing of like, if I'm gonna get it, why not just get it now? Because that'll just save money on everything. Is that the maximum level? I'm pretty sure it is. And I could show it in like the building browser. Yes. City. What's it called? Master builders. Covers. It's not possible to build this item yet. Oh yeah, no, I think I can get that though. No. Is there anything else we really want? Do we want some farming, or do we want some money? I think we do need to start looking at money. As much as it is good to sort of save money in building costs, we're fine. And I think we need the armory up there. It's a very real threat that is posed by the dumb endings, so we have to be aware of it. And good, looking nice. They might sally. If they do, we will really dominate them, I think. Saruman mercenaries are fun in a melee, but we'll just rain javelins on them, rain arrow. Like, we've got the same amount of archers as they do. We'll just stay away from them, rain hell on them, and then whatever's left should be able to be smashed. And the good thing about Saruman mercenaries is, of course, they are armor piercing with their halberds, and we don't wear armor, so it's a case of we just don't care. It's not that we don't care, but you've got a bonus that doesn't really do too much against us. The Dominion of Isengard there. I'm hoping to fight some goblins. At some point. As I say, I will be, because of kind of how I'm playing this, I'm definitely going to be leaning toward the side of good. So if you want an evil Enedwaith campaign, that's just not what we're going to be going for here. Actually, oh damn you! Sorry, we put it off for a while. But no, like Tremak's wife is just like, you've got to give me a Garden of Tales, dude. You've got to give me a Garden of Tales. It's not. That's the kind of annoying thing. So I want him to come in somewhere nearby is the thing, so that he can at least use that siege equipment. So, I'm missing it. Damn. Oh god. Oh god, I'm such an idiot. Just go there and then, just get stuck in. That's fine. Maintain the siege, because they're building it anyway. He's actually built those rams now, hasn't he? And I think he's probably just gonna get stuck in. There's no point in waiting 3 turns for that. That's silly. We do need to get moving. So let's just move the diplomats. And Tharbad has been discovered. Bree! Hello! Perry! Before we get a chance, before Bloomin' before Cameron gets a chance to smash you about this, I'd love your map information though. This is a weird thing because I like map information. It's, because I say it benefits me. I like to see what's going on. Not demand money, jeepers. How about I actually don't think I've got any money to give right now. No, okay, let's just get rid of map information. Let's just tree rights. That's all right. That's what we need. Good. Then, that's good. A few more turns of money. We were heading up there anyway. And as I say, the more skilled diplomat is heading to the south, which is probably good because we do expect to have a more difficult talk with the Gondorians, who we are definitely a lot further from in culture than we are to the Brelanders. At least the Brelanders are fellow sons and daughters of Arnor at the end of the day. So I think we're getting stuck in. No point in waiting. Now that the other swordsman has arrived too, let's not do that. That's something that I actually do. I do want to make use of that, having an AI control things. I think it'll be a lot of fun, but I don't really want to do that when I've got a general present. Especially sort of one of my primary generals, one of my sort of important generals to my story, like Camran, who will just get himself killed. Apart from let's just get my archers in position here. Don't worry about spraying out, just get there, and everything else kind of just hold here, and we'll see what they do. Are we in range already? Enedwaith hunters, hammer them please. They're going to run away from us, which is fine. We're not in any major rush. Actually, move on up. try and shoot these guys in the back as they shuffle back through there. Great, great, great. Get them, get them, get them. They're probably going to go out of your range in a moment, aren't they? One good volley, though, even just like one nice volley when they're all clumped up like that would be amazing. This is where, you know, I want to do, I'm going to do this campaign first, of course, but I do want to do a campaign in the Reforged mod. Now, I think that, as I love DAP, sorry, I love Reforged, I really do, but I think that, you know, like, you know, and it's almost heresy. It feels, you know, venom coming out of my mouth when I say it, but, you know, DAC has got a superior campaign because that is what DAC is. DAC is it is the campaign. So that's, it is better. It's a lot more sort of lower focused, but I do have a big desire to play a Reforged campaign at some point too. I'm going to be doing I've got pondering about it. J Monsters right now is doing a Cardland playthrough, and I need to watch that actually, because I think that would be a lot of fun. But I want to do a Rude Hour campaign, and I actually kind of want to do a well, there's two things I want to do. I want to do a Numenor campaign, and I want to do a Rude Hour campaign. And I don't know what I want to do first. I'll probably end up doing the Numenor campaign because I think that the Rude Hour campaign will be kind of similar to what I'm doing right now. But with the Rude Hour campaign, I kind of want to do basically what's the best way to sort of describe it? Kind of like a repentant Rude Hour. So trying their very best to make, like, the goal will be basically make peace with Arthedain, make peace with basically the factions of good, because I think you start war with some of those factions. Damn, yeah, there's no point in really shooting at them anymore. They're pretty badly beaten up. Just try to come on forward and hammer these guys, please. Smashing this down. Getting shot from the left side is fine. As I say, it's for having like no armor. The shield's not bad. Shield value is 6, I believe, is all right. You know, they've got the Moot Keepers have a shield value of 4, so you know it's okay. They can take arrow fire to an extent as long as they have a decent shield in the way. Have you guys actually run on down here? Probably should have had you moving on up. Anyway, they're actually getting their Saruman mercenaries over there. Cool, cool, cool. Bash through the gate. They're coming on through now to fight us. Do we want that? Yeah, we're happy enough to fight them outside. If they want to come out, they can come out. We'll get means we can get our raiders over here. Speaking of raiders, get moving, boys, get moving. Swordsman, how are you actually? You're doing alright in that fight. Good stuff. They're getting sort of like wedged right up in there, which is of course not really what a phalanx. Well, they're not a phalanx unit in this. They're just a halberd unit. But it's definitely not what they want to have the enemy sort of right in their face like that. Keep going for the hunters right now though, because let's say our hunters are kind of there just to counter their hunters. Jeepers, they're still coming, aren't they? Get moving, boys. Where are they? Oh, jeepers sake, you're really far off, aren't you? Do we want you to run? Yeah, just have you guys run. I know it'll mean that you'll be a bit tired when you turn up, but at least you will turn up by the time this fight is almost over. Damn. Jeepers. Alright, get over there. I had you guys moving somewhere. No. Can you maybe just move there? Just get some close range volleys. Because the swordsmen are doing pretty well. I'm really impressed with them. As I say, I think that, you know, it's these sort of basic tier units that in any Total War game I've always been a massive fan of. Like, I love the kind of just, they're not good, but they're not terrible type units. Actually, I was going to fire into the backs of these guys, but I think we're going to get enough fire into them anyway, so just go into the guildsmen. And it means you're at least facing the guildsmen so that your shields are going to be helpful. You guys come over here and finish off those mercenaries. And, yeah, Guardians of Enedwaith open up there too. Raining some hell into those Elder Guildsmen. Apart from that, really the only threats are the Saruman mercenaries. Of course, they're always a threat, but never something too grand. They've broken now, so try and catch them as they run. Have you swordsmen sprint on it. Grab those Enedwaith hunters. You guys get stuck on. Just run right through that. Oh, damn. A few of them are going to slip through our grasps, but they're going to get javelined in the back. either way, you know. And then shooting up and over is never really what you want. Go for the Guildsmen, go for the Guildsmen. And you guys keep going for the Enedwaith Hunters for a minute. Actually, they're about to reach them, so just go there and turn off fire at will. Running on up there, some good close range. Jab volleys, I think we're okay to go faster now. Swordsmen, slicing on through the Hunters. This will be an easy fight for them. They'll seem like champions by the end of that. Or Enedwaith indeed, boys. Oh, cheapers, get those blooming mercenaries before they reach you. I think they're gonna reach us no matter what. No, go for the bloody mercenaries. Where are the Guardians? Guardians, get in here maybe? I think you'll be all right there. They're fighting, but I'm content with them. Yeah, just go into guard mode, get some point blank shots, and either way, I want them to get some experience so that they can at least be somewhat competent on the front line. I do kind of, I'm a bit bold with my jabs. Well, you're just warmed up and you're almost there. Your Enedwaith Hunters are a bit tired though. Haha, Sarlan Mercenaries over here, eh? Yeah, that's actually really cool. Oh, you're out of ammunition. And you're fighting. You guys get out of guard mode. Get back. You guys, anything fancy for you to shoot at? No, not really. Because I want them to run on back here and get some volleys into them. You guys change places. Can you get some shots into the Sarlan Mercenaries there, please? We've got, actually, Camran. He'll be getting over here, where you can unleash some hell into them. I think we're too slow, aren't we? Should have had the bloody spears there first, shouldn't I? Point blank. One volley. Even one volley would be nice. Ah, good stuff, team. Very good. Then Grey Flood Raiders here, kind of just chasing them back. Is there anything here that's really threatening to us? Not really. The Elder Guildsmen, are they still around, or have we sort of hammered them to hell? I think we kind of have. I don't think there's anything that's really a threat to us, even though we're just River Swordsmen and Grey Flood Raiders just get stuck on it. Backed up by the Guardians of Enedwaith too, so nothing can really harm us. And luckily, good old Camran is going to be able to involve himself in this fight. A few shots just hitting the wall, but most of them doing alright, as the enemy seems to be trying to sort of carry himself through us like that. Grey Flood Raiders do look very menacing there as they sort of pushed on forward. Get stuck in, boys, come on. Trigger that, please. Not exactly sure what it does, but it's something. I like to press buttons. Then, I keep looking at him. For some reason, I think Fosca when I see that helmet. I'm just like, oh yeah, it's Fosca. But yeah, I'd love, in the faction overview video, so we of course mainly use the same images as Rohan uses. I would love it if Enedwaith did get some of its own images at some point that do sort of really scream a bit more of like wild man focus, where in place of like the Northman focus that Enedwaith's pictures have right now. But to hold the same sort of style, it's tough to get hold of those. I say I spend a lot of my time playing a lot of D&D, so when I do get bored, I look for character images. That's a pretty common thing. I kept my Moot Keepers out of that like entire fight. Oh well, good. But of course, for me, you know, character images, I don't have to really look for the same sort of quality, the same sort of stuff that they need for this. You know, real life images and so on. I can just troll through Pinterest to my heart's content. So that was pretty solid. Let's see how my boy's dead. I'm guessing good stuff from the Grey Flood Raiders. Nice. The Hunters actually did not too bad. And good. Even these sort of late arriving Hunters did nicely. Yeah, that's nice. Pretty cool shot too. As I say, one of the things that I was going to touch on as well, I really do enjoy art that's done by kind of like it's clearly based in the Lord of the Rings. It's clearly based in Tolkien's universe, but it's made either before the movies came out or it's made with a different mindset than the movies. Now, I think that the movies had an amazing aesthetic. I wouldn't have changed anything. But it's just really cool to see, like, here is someone else's interpretation of what this looks like, or what, you know, some... Oh, damn it! Wait. Yeah, Dunland took Kaladir. Crap, I was too slow. That's a pain in the ass. But, okay. We're kicking ourselves for that. I could have been fast enough to do that, I think. To get there before them. Damn. Okay, well, Spy, please search this out for me. It's quite far north, actually. Argond. Damn, dudes. Whoa. Holy smokes. Done landings. They've been doing pretty well. But no, so we need to prepare for Londair then, really, because that's everything. As I say, at the end of this, I'll have a look at it. But yeah, Nalchin, because it's everything up to this, basically this river is mine. Everything north of that. There are rebel provinces, but they're not part of Enedwaith. They're not part of what I need to complete the unification of Enedwaith. So yeah, apart from that, it's Londair, and then yeah, Druithiar and Parthiar are both held by Isengard. So no, we're doing all right now. As I say, even though we do have Sarlan secured, and that is technically a sort of a crossing point, it's not really safe for him, and it's not safe and it's not easy to pass messages, to pass information across. So Camran, for the time being, until Londair is secured, Camran is still in control of his area. That is the way that this is remaining for now over there anyway, until we grab Londair, which will be mean that we can sort of transport information, troops, supplies a lot quicker and easier without passing by Londair and the Malruna territory. That's as well. So the Malruna territory is not officially ours. So Kirandros under attack. We knew that would happen at some point. New mission. Send an emissary to Gondor. Yeah, I'm hoping to do that. Yeah, I love that this improves at the same time the High Elves and the Dark Lord of Melkor. Both, like, they like me at the same time. It's pretty cool. Mordor is still the strongest there. Door of the Khazad-dûm financially just still the best. They hold 2% of the money, which is kind of weird. Oh well. Overall, Gondor is still the best. And we want some of that best. We want some of that money, please, Gondor. And good old Kiran is coming on down to secure that for us. And Sapai, he's moved as well. Let's get you moved out. Now, what do we want to do? Damn, that's a lot of boys. We need... Oh, why the hell do you have a woodsman? Why do you have a woodsman there? You can't recruit a woodsman. Where's he come from? What have I done with this guy? Oh, I was rewarded. I guess I was rewarded a military unit for doing something. Oh yeah, for taking Siduri, I think. I'm not sure. I completed some sort of task. But yeah, oh well, cool. I'm fine with that. Yeah, some woodsmen coming down. Not a problem to me. I say meeting hut, always the first thing that gets constructed in a new province. Sort of has to be. And now that we've kind of failed to grab that in time, it's all eyes on Londair. Camran is going to be very unwilling to sort of hand over troops to this endeavour. But as I say, Heorot is going to be coming on over because we could really sort of value his. Let's say the people of Karas get very upset when their golden baby boy leaves. But no, he's necessary up here, and we're going to be needing more troops. So, do I want to go back and retrain, or do I want... I'm going to split between these two forts. So, if you want to go there, go inside. It's 4 units that a fort can take, so he'll set up in that fort proper, and you guys move on back to that fort. And we are going to be recruiting... The sad thing about that is he doesn't get free recruitment there, but still, it's a useful unit to have. River Spearmen, they're someone that, as I say, we're going to be using them throughout the campaign, so I'm very happy to recruit them. I'm always so reluctant, as I say, to recruit Enedwaith clansmen, because I'm going to be trying to get rid of them. Greyflood Axemen, maybe? I didn't actually look and see what they were armoured with. The armour piercing is just not super necessary. So, do we want more raiders? The sad thing is, I think we could probably just do with clansmen and just get rid of them later. I think that's going to be the case. But a good spearman, another clansman, and that might be fine. And then, of course, Heorot himself coming on over. And no, we won't be bringing him over as well. And that looks fine. We'll end that turn. Damn, I'm really upset that I didn't get Argond. That's, yeah. But I say, totally our own fault, of course. We could have grabbed it in time. But I'm just trying to get a more sure sort of idea. Make sure that there's no rebel armies lurking about up here that are just going to jump on me. As for war with Dunland, like, we are not going to be going to war with Dunland until we are ready to do so. For two reasons. One, of course, we saw that army. They're messy. They're really messy. And two, if I go to war with Dunland too early, this is more of just a narrative thing. If I go to war with Dunland too early and take them out of the game, it might really hamper Isengard, and they might just not be able to succeed. Now, this is again another. We've just taken a province. This is another situation where Tramak has found somebody that shares his idea from the local people of Sarlane, and he will be part of that. No, he's probably spawned in Alkford. Yeah, he's spawned in Alkford. Do we want him just sit in Alkford for now? And he'll probably take. Yeah, he'll. So he is from Sarulan. He is from the clan of Sarulan. But he's been probably wounded or something like that, taken back to Alkford for some medical treatment, and now that he's sort of healthy and ready to go, he's spawning there. We are going to retrain them for a turn, and then we will get one more unit of clansmen. And with that should be us fine and dandy. We're not going to be storming the walls of Londare. It's going to be another holdout, unfortunately. Just to really wait for them and get them when they're out in the open field. I want to claim that fort with someone. Let's see, what do we? Probably a woodsman up there, and yeah, let's get a woodsman and let's get a hunter. Just something to live in that fort, and it makes a nice bit of sense up there in the north of Erenvorn. Good little watchtower for us as well. Speaking of watchtowers, I think it is time that we start constructing some. So we're going to be taking Coriel, and he's going to start to make a bit of a patrol around. Carpenter's Hut, let's get one there too. I thought we already got a Carpenter's Hut here, but no, it must have been just the main meeting hut that we built. So we'll be popping them down his region. He'll probably stray a little bit further afield. Oh wow, is that? Oh, that's Dunland border. Nice, cool. Heorot, keep on moving. You'll probably actually. I don't want to build it right there. Here looks like a nice place. As I say, I'm very. I'm a bit weird when it comes to watchtower placement. I like to put them in places that sort of make sense to me, anyway. Switch that back to growth, and he's gonna have to go and start to set up some as well. Get right next to this location, please, and further down the coast. And this is of course something that he enjoys doing, sort of making his way around the coast and overseeing the building of these towers. Dun landings is good. Yeah, it's weird, like but it's just what happens. Grain exchange has been constructed. That's good to see. And Mordor, yeah, once again, that's the way it is. Let's get our diplomat on the move. We didn't bump into anything, unfortunately. As I say, I'm just looking to bump into the first Gondorian I see, hoping that he speaks for the entire kingdom. Oh, damn. Now this, I'm totally fine not using, my eyes. I'm totally fine not using Fog of War for that. Weathertop Reach, because my people don't really know where the Northern Dunedain are. We're just kind of sending our diplomat up into the north, like, try and look for some tall people, guys. Guys that are pretty tall, pretty scruffy, and live out in the forest. That's how you tell. And I think that, do we want to set siege right now? Because they'll probably be Big drain.
Your orders, my lord.
Everything needs to get there. No, no. Give us one more turn, and then we will gather the forces and
Yes,
set siege.
my lord.
If they attack us before Heorot gets there, then that'll be too bad. Heorot will not be able to be part of it. But you know, at least it'll be
Your
done.
orders, my lord.
And this is another thing, another just weird quirk with Camran. Like, just doesn't like building watchtowers. You know, it's just unnecessary. Like, this is our land. What is going to hurt us in our land? What is going to hurt us in the forest? You know, so it's just unnecessary. But of course, you know, once we get Londair, we'll start to get a lot. What? Oh, I thought that was my diplomat. I was like, I didn't order that. What's going on? But no, we're a-okay. Hopefully Bree stands their ground quite nicely against the Dunlendings, and just so that I'm not facing against a total monster when we do fight them. I do want to get some nice big wild man versus wild man fighting going on. One of the big things about
Yes, my lord.
when we feel we're ready to take on Dunland is when, you know, we're going to want these armories constructed. That's a big thing about it. And you are taking everything with you. Yeah, you've got to outfood once again, switch you to growth, make you happy, try Heorot,
Yes, my lord.
keep on moving. And yeah, no, Cameron, no, this doesn't benefit him. Why would he go and do that? Why would he put his boys at risk to just go and take that for no reason? Head over to this independent fort, please. It is in our territory, so we do want it. Spy. I don't know. Oh yeah. Just move through this territory here. I think we're good. I think he's okay. Now, it's a long walk, but try to get yourself over to Rohan. And
Yes, my lord.
please bump into something.
Yes.
Damn, no.
Tomorrow's journey planned.
Usually, like, Gondor loves to just move troops along this coastline, so I will bump into something soon. Up here,
My lord.
Breeland Army.
Without
Aha! Ost Sul. Hello, my friend.
opposition for
Trade rights, please. Map information? No. My map information for yours? Yes? Aha! Very good, thank you very much.
It's good to well then.
Bree reached. The Shire reached. Good. So, yeah, it gives us some knowledge of what's going on up here. And then we are going to be heading over to the Elves.
Yes.
The very mystical. Oh god. Do we trust?
Stopping here.
Do we trust Frizel to
Yes.
trade with the Elves? He's gained something. He's gained a point. So
Tomorrow's
he'll be
journey
fine.
planned out.
you know, it's hard to be intolerant of the Elves. I think, and Tolkien's Elves anyway. A lot of Elves are revolting and disgusting, but no, Tolkien's Elves are lovely, and I think it's hard to be culturally intolerant of them. I'd say. Yeah, keep on moving. He's gonna. Oh no. Or say Dunland's territory. Well, as I say, we don't really care. Like, it's Dunland's territory is our territory. So, like, if we step on it, it's a-okay. We're not going to spend all of our money right now because we've got our full army out, and I think we are going to be really taking a hit economically. It's important to me to get sight over here. And it's very important to Udorek. Like, he was probably told, like, oh, just build a few towers around your area. But this gives him an excuse to basically march across the coastline. And he's like, yeah, no, definitely I'll do that. So he's just taking it very, very seriously. And wanting to make sure that we are watchful for any sort of pirate. Now, with his stronghold, well, his armory there, sorry, that provides us with, I think, 2 units. Yeah. Provides a garrison, but I'm pretty sure level 1 is 2 units that it gives you, which is nice. I think we're getting kind of near the end of the episode there, so we'll start it off with the beginning of the Siege of Londair, and then, as I say, I'll take off the Fall of War, so we can see what's going on around the world. No one is destroyed, of course. No, get him. Yeah, well, we'll get him. We'll get him next turn. He's just in front of us there, so we can start to trade with Gondor. We can get sea trade with Gondor, which I think is a lot better than just land trade. Because, well, we don't border them as well. No, we do border Isengard, so no, sorry, not happening. Let's see, that's why Fosk is trusted to be up here. We're turning down any offer that is just not what we want. So yeah, Foska could actually do with putting some sea. put in some siege towers, put in some watchtowers along his northern border too, actually. But we'll get that sorted out soon.
Your orders, my lord.
Then here, pop a watchtower, and there's actually a little passageway through, which this tower sort of watches that quite nicely. But I do like that. And there's a fort here, so this is just something that I'll be, you know, keeping in mind. That there is a fort there, so when I do want to strike Isengard, I can just slip on through here, jump into that fort, and it's like I'm inside his territory. This is another kind of very trusting of the forest. There's no need to watch it. The enemy can't get through. What do we got? End turn. Losing a bit of money now, as I say, and we're going to be losing money while we still have this army up. Everybody can get there, so yeah, let's just have you jump on in there. We're going to be waiting them out no matter what, so it's kind of just building for the sake of building. Build siege, yeah, build siege towers. Building just to keep people busy. So Heorot has been able to meet up, and three generals is really the most that I'd like to put in an army. I feel kind of weird about doing that, but no, we'll be fine with it. So their army is a lot of Saruman mercenaries, a lot of infantry on the walls, some foresters who are the best archers I can really get. I do want to be grabbing them as soon as I can. And that'd be great. Oh, speaking of things that I can grab, bam! The girls, for sure. I really want the war chanters. I love morale buffing units. Anybody that, you know, I play Cardlin, when it comes to Reforged, Cardlin is morale buff the army. So I just adore, like, morale buffers. They're just so cool to me. And yeah, keep on moving. As I say, it's just a free place to store some troops, and also stops anybody else jumping into it, really. Not that, you know, a woodsman and an archer aren't going to be able to really defend it too well, but it's something. And you keep on moving. And I think that will be that. So, let us turn off. Oh, I always press the wrong button. Nope. Oh, haha, fantastic. Good. Glad I accidentally pressed that wrong button. He's not gonna. Yeah, no, he knows so much about the map. So let's just do trade. Thank you, my friend. Mission. Oh, and that was a mission success too. So we got given just a little bit of money. Yeah, it's something. Keep on moving around to Dol Amroth, please. We'll find out a bit about the map as we walk. Anyway, you there? Yeah, keep on moving to the elves. Keep on moving to the elves. Good. I was expecting to bump into another thing. Hobbit looks lovely, doesn't it? It's really cute. Cool. Anyway, the Breland would be nice, but there's a Breland campaign that's ongoing right now. I can't remember who it's by. Shoot. I have been watching a few campaigns just in the run up to this. Of course, I watch Galu's stuff just all the time, but I was like, well, I should probably watch how some other people do these campaigns, just so that, you know, I'm not just basically doing, not just trying to copy Galu. So I had a look at some guys. He's doing oh shoot, I shouldn't remember his name, but I can't. Sorry about that. And yeah, so let's open up that console. I think it's Toggle. Of War. I always type like Toggle Fog, because I'm just like Toggle FOW, and then I just put G. So we, of course, are united. Well, far from united. Damn, Isengard's taken all the way down to Thara-Grondost. So I don't think that's part of what I need. I think all I need is Druid Thear. So I need Balor. Yeah, Balorn Castle. We remember that from the message there. We don't need Thara-Grondost. But damn, if they're at war with Gondor, that's gonna be crazy. But looks, if you push up and take that Gondor, I'll be really upset. Oh well. Pathiar, of course they own that. Eisenrun, and they are making gains. They are sieging Foldberg. King Theoden is there. King Theoden is still alive, which makes sense because there's a very skilled general there. So if he had died already. And but there seems to be a lot of captains leading these armies. I think that, is this what a general looks like, or is this no, that's a captain. So that is what they're all up to there. As for Rohan as a whole, they've still got a lot of troops kind of garrisoning just random provinces, but they will probably continue to move west. We've managed to secure that. I don't think we start with that. Lothlorien pushed on down. I love Lothlorien in the winter. It's nice. Dol Guldur is fine. The Anduin Vale grabbing some stuff there. How are they doing up against the Gobos? Oh yeah, how did that turn out? Imladris, yeah. Imladris was... It would have been a very lucky attack on Imladris. Elrond is still around. Very surprised to see him if he went down so early. And again, AI loves to do these like captains, but I guess when you're like a massive horde faction like Moria, that's really the best way that you can do it. And they hold the west. Ah, well, the wow, they are tough there. I'm surprised they're not pushing in and taking West Khazad-dûm. That's shocking. Oh well, a mithril resource up there, of course. Goblin Town held by them still. The Anduin Vale still holding their positions in the north. Not been lost to Gundabad, who is really focusing. Gundabad's really focusing a lot more on the dwarves by the looks of things. Well, actually, no, they've not met yet. Still held by the independent orcs. Erebor's really not. I guess, yeah, Erebor's really been pushing east. Right, that's interesting. Erebor's really been going hard at Rune, which is going to mean that when they do meet Gundabad, if Erebor's pouring all of their forces onto Rune, that's going to be an issue. Angmar up here, yeah, doing alright, really. Can we zoom in to this map? Yeah, that's what we probably should have done from the start. Kind of gives a better idea of the real sort of faction, well, territories that each faction holds. And Ered Luin, happy as can be, and as are the Western Elves. As I say, the Elves are really not going to be too bothered unless I do anything. So these two provinces are not part of what I need for Enedwaith. Yeah, they are the remnants of Cardland, the remnants of Arthedain. Not really for me to hold, but Caladir is the only place that I really would have loved to have grabbed. And then apart from that, I of course need all of what is Dunland, apart from Tharbad. Don't need Tharbad. That's not necessary to me. And Osnathil, yeah, held by the goblins, sorry. Pushing on down here. Yeah, and then these two provinces. As for Gondor, which we kind of skirted over, Cir Andros is under siege by one of the Nazgul there, and hard to say. They might do all right. Dol Amroth actually has a lot of support over here. That's really cool, actually. It's nice to see that Dol Amroth is free to do that. East Osgiliath is held by Gondor. That's really nice. Yeah, Gondor's doing well. I guess it's that peace treaty with Khand has really helped out. Just having one less enemy. Dol Amroth has pushed on down. The King's men have arrived though, and they are sitting upon Barad Harn. And down here, yeah, they've grabbed everything they usually do by the looks of things. And say, oh, a merchant, of course, a random merchant. We don't get merchants. Pretty confident we don't get merchants. They've left that place. They'll grab it momentarily, I'm sure. And Khand is quite large. Okay, cool. It's going not too bad for the factions of good across the world right now. But as I say, I think if Gundabad really... Well, Gundabad's got two choices. They can either really go hard on the Anduin Vale, or they can keep pushing east and slam the dwarves. Either is going to be pretty bad, but we'll just have to see how that goes. Anyway, thank you guys very much. So that was episode 2, and see you later.